This is the second video for entering marks for SACE subjects in ManageBac and then submitting your term grades so we can generate our interim reports. So once again, we've logged into ManageBac and we've got to this startup window, or a window that looks similar to this. We need to come across to our classes and pick the class that we are going to submit our term grades for. So I'm going to grab my trial dance class, which we used in the last demo, and it will have all my marks in there already. Once again, you come to this window here, which is your overview. I'm going to click on my assignments tab. When that opens up, you'll see that I've got an overview of all my tasks, when they were due and when they were submitted. Underneath it, I've got my gradebook tab where we were before. So you may just want to check that you've marked everything. You can have a look. Yeah, all my marks are there. And then underneath that, in your gradebook, there is a Submit Term Grades tab over here. If you go from your Agenda tab, you've got your Submit Term Grades there. So it takes you to the same place. You can either go from going into your gradebook and having a look, or going down here. So now that I'm in this window here, I'm just going to jump on my Submit Term Grades. And what that does for me, it brings me to a window that shows me the grades for my students. Now for this student in particular, all your students will be listed below this, but this is just one student in my dummy class, my trial class. And you can see the grades that are here from each of the tasks. ManageBac then average it out for me and give me a mark. And I can look at that and go, oh, look, that last one there, that was a really hard test, and this student actually has shown that high level thinking that I'm looking at, and when I mark it against the performance standards in the SACE, I could probably say this is actually going to be a B+. So I can actually change it here to be a B+, or just take what that's there, but you still have to, whatever you do, you have to enter a grade into that, because that's what will be taken to generate our interim reports. On the right hand side then is a learning approach, and we can say good and put it in there, and then that will record it as well. So once you've clicked on it, it'll process it and record it. You can come back and change these if you want, but when we shut these off at the end of week 10 to make our to print our interim reports, then you can't make any changes after that. You'll notice there is a comments area here. This term is an interim report for year 11, and interim reports don't have a written comment, so you don't need to write anything in there. Then the data from here is taken out and the report is created for the student, and it will appear in their file. So that's what you need to do to submit your term grades for SACE classes.